TikTok is a scary place. It's a place where you can get lost for hours upon hours and find books that can either be the best thing you've ever read or the worst experience of your life. So today I decided to give a chance to 3 popular BookTok books that I am hoping to very much enjoy and see if they're actually worth the hype or if TikTok is just straight up lying to me. And I hope you join me. Hi, hello, and welcome everybody to this video. Today, as you have already heard, today we are reading TikTok books. We are reading books that TikTok has told me to read again and again, and today I'm giving in because I am weak. I'm a weak, pathetic little human being, and I am a slave to the internet. All of these books are, I would say, a little different in vibes, but I've seen them all over TikTok. I've seen them all over Bookstagram. They are everywhere, and so am I. So we're gonna read them. I'm gonna start with the biggest one, okay? I'm gonna start with the biggest one first, getting that out of the way. Powerless. I bought Powerless without even knowing what it was about, okay? I have zero clue what this is, but this is the first book that we're gonna read today. These are all gonna be spoiler-free. I'm not gonna give away plot details. I'm just gonna talk about the book, how I like it. I'm gonna give you random updates in between. You're gonna see me read a lot. It's a thing, okay? It's what we do here. We talk about these books. If you don't want to hear about them, maybe don't watch this, okay? But if you are interested in these books as well, and you want to hear my opinion, then keep watching because I'm gonna have opinions, okay? I'm a very opinionated person. And with that, we're just gonna get straight into reading this because I am excited. Powerless is set in a country that is divided by magic. There are those with powers and there are those without. And those without powers are hunted down and executed. And then there is our main character, Peyton. And Peyton is an ordinary. She doesn't have any magic. However, she pretends like she's a psychic. And that kind of gets her by, but she's also like just a thief. And after she accidentally saves Prince Kai's life, she is then thrust into this world of power dynamics where everybody is more powerful. Everybody has magic except for her. But she still has to manage her way through a magical trial and just try to survive. And also kind of fight her feelings for this prince that she's not actually supposed to be with. Good morning! This is my first update on this, and let me tell you that it's good so far. I'm 75 pages in right now, okay? 75 pages, that's, I feel like, a good first update to get you all on speed. I'm having a very good time. However, you guys know that one of my favorite series of all time is the Red Queen series, and this book just feels so similar to the Red Queen. You have this whole society that's divided in people with magic, people without magic, the poor people that don't have magic, the rich people have the magic, and then there's like a contest. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm having a great time with the book, okay? But I'm also very confused because it's just so similar to Red Queen. And I cannot unsee it now that I've seen it. The plan for today is to go out and have breakfast at a cafe. So I'm not entirely sure yet if I'm gonna be bringing the book along or if I'm gonna be bringing the Kindle along. Both are options that I have. Both are possibilities. I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna see you all later. Oh gosh. Ugh, I'm done. I'm never going out again. It wasn't even that bad, but it was still bad. I didn't have a good time. But I did get to read a few things. So far, having a good time. I am enjoying this. I am hoping hoping, praying to the book lords, the book gods, whoever is listening, okay? Praying that this does not turn into a love triangle, because I don't want it. I really, really don't want it. I'm getting Red Queen vibes all over, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I just cannot unsee it. I can't unread it. It's just there, and I can't stop it. Anyway, I will be continuing this book today. I will be reading all day. I'm going to make a chill day out of it because I'm already very stressed. So I will be continuing this book now. And I will talk to you again once I have news. What in the Hunger Games is going on right now? Okay, what in the actual Hunger Games is going on? I've never read the Hunger Games. I've never watched the Hunger Games. I know enough about the Hunger Games to know that this is essentially Red Queen mixed with Hunger Games, which are both incredible, I think. I've, again, never read the Hunger Games, but I want to. I plan to. I have them right there. I'm having a good time, and that's all that matters right now. Also, yeah, I do enjoy this. I do enjoy annotating in the colors of the book. It just makes it much more fun, which is just in my brain, I know, but it's just a thing. It's just a thing. I will be continuing now, because what else am I supposed to do with my time? You know what the worst thing is about this book? I'm like this far, right? I'm just reliving the pain that is Red Queen right now. I'm reliving it, and it's not fun. I am waiting for the point where this turns into betrayal. The thing is that I know Red Queen so well, that this was my comfort book. I read this probably about 10 times. I know this book inside out. And this is just so similar that I just feel the same pain as I did with the other book. And I'm having a really, really hard time to like actually sit down and finish this because I'm just so afraid. Because I already know it's gonna go downhill, okay? You don't have to tell me. I know it's gonna go downhill. Ta-da! I did it, okay? I did it. I finished the book yesterday. I'm kind of proud of myself. I read until like 1 a.m. and then I was done with it. And here are my thoughts, okay? Here are the thoughts that I haven't already talked about. In general, this is a good book. Is it worth the super mega hype? No. It's a good book. It's a fun book. If you are interested in reading it, you definitely should. But is it something new and never seen before? No. I would also like to have a word with the bookstore chain where I ordered the book from. It's a German bookstore. They have this listed as erotica. This is a YA fantasy. There is like one kiss in this. Anyway, I had a good time. However, nothing extraordinary. My mind is not blown away, okay? My mind is like, you did good here. This is a fun book. I will not be putting this away. I will be writing a review in my journal. And then I will just immediately, because I feel like it, start reading the new book. I've decided that the next book I was gonna read is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I'm excited for this one, okay? Do you know why I'm excited for this one? Because I love the Dead Romantics, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be enjoyable and traumatizing at the same time. I think it is time to just sit back, relax, and read this book. So The 7-Year Slip is about Clementine, who moves into her aunt's old apartment, and her aunt has always told her that this apartment is magical. I also don't know why I say aunt and not aunt. I just can't do it otherwise. It's ingrained in my brain. But Clementine moves into this apartment, but when she gets there, there's this guy at her apartment. And as it later turns out, this guy is in a different time because he is 7 years in the past. And now they have to navigate their kind of growing romance with a 7-year gap, which they have to kind of bridge across and try and figure out if their relationship can actually work in the real time. Okay, for some reason I'm super tired right now. I'm like 50 pages in so far, and it's a little boring. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's starting out a little boring, those first 50 pages, but I don't want to yuck other people's yum, and so I'm just gonna wait to tell you all my absolute opinion once I'm like 100 pages into the book, because there are, how many pages is this? 330. right? So I'm gonna wait until I tell you more about it. I don't know what I was expecting, okay? But I am 66 pages in and I feel like I know the entire plot of the book already. First chapter, she's at a restaurant. First thing she does is get up from the table because she gotta go somewhere, okay? And then she's like running off and running into this guy who is the main chef there. And his specialty dish is deconstructed lemon something. The first thing we learn about Ivan, which is his name, is that he is a chef. And he calls her Lemon, which is in the middle of Clementine. Do I even need to tell you what my guess is? Is that all that there is to it? At this point, I cannot be surprised anymore, and I feel like I need a win. I need a win in this video, and I have a feeling that this isn't gonna be the win, so the last chance is the third book that I have, okay? It's like my last option. Anyway, let's get more into this. That's an accurate depiction of how I feel about this book right now. Tired. Anyway, I think I'm gonna continue reading now, and I'm gonna come back to you with an update as soon as I have an update. It could very well be that the update is I finished the book and something's up. It could also be that the update is I'm 200 pages in and I'm gonna DNF it because it's slow. It's not going places. 70 pages in and I'm not invested enough, okay? I don't care about the main characters because so far they don't have personalities yet. They're not quirky in the good way. Like, they're just plain boring, both of them, because they don't have personalities yet. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading now, and we'll just see each other when we see each other. I figured out what my issue is! At the same time, this book is too slow and too fast. Now that doesn't make any sense. Sure, it doesn't. But I'm on page 112, and it's definitely not slower, and they've known each other for 2 days, and, like, they're kissing, okay? I don't usually want to see that. But at the same time, it's taken me very, very long to learn one single thing about these two. The only thing I know about him is that he and his grandpa loved to cook together, and now he's learning to be a chef. That's all I know about him. I don't know any characteristics. The only thing I know about her is that she had an aunt and she died. That's all I know. It's not the vibe, okay? I love the vibes, but this is not the vibes. The book looks like it's the vibes, honestly, but it's just not. I'm gonna go back to reading now, and hopefully I'll just get through this, because it's very fast to read. Like, the rest of this will probably take me like another 1.5 hours, honestly. It's extremely easy to read, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna love this book if you pick it up. I just think that this is not for me, which I think is very sad, but I just can't relate to anybody and I don't like the character development. Anyway, let's continue reading. Ta-da! I finished the book. I have to say that they kind of did a good job at the end. The end was a lot better. I cried a lot. Maybe that's what made it a lot better. I would say this was an alright book. Would I hype this up on the internet? No, probably not. Would I tell people to read it because it's kind of cute? Yes. Is it extraordinary? No. Is it still a good romance book that you should maybe pick up? Sure. I'm probably not gonna start the next book tonight just because I don't think that's a good idea, okay? I think I'm gonna start the next book fresh tomorrow morning because right now I'm just very tired and I think I might just curl up in bed with like a movie or something. So I think I will see you all tomorrow for the next book that I pick out. That'll be fun. Hi! It's time for book 3, everybody, and that is One Dark Window. Are we excited? Because I am. I desperately need a win for this, okay? I don't know what people are telling me. I need a win this video because for some reason, Powerless wasn't the win. The 7-year slip wasn't the win. I need a win right now. And my only hope is this, okay? So I will be going into this book. I have absolutely no clue what it's about right now and at this point. I know something about monsters. I am definitely excited. I like dark, gory things, weirdly enough. I have high hopes, okay? The highest of hopes, actually, because it has to be good. It just has to be good. I don't know what I'm gonna do if all of these 3 books were just like not worth it. Not worth my time. Anyway, I think I'll start this now, and I will see you all once I have an update for you. So One Dark Window is a pretty dark, gothic, kind of fairy tale fantasy book. So in this kingdom there was a sickness, and this sickness infected children, and afterwards those children had some sort of magic. But because those children and this magic is uncontrollable, they were executed. However, this one child, Elspeth, who is the main character, she hid and she was never discovered. Only her family knows that she had the sickness. However, she is hiding her magic. And her magic is that she sees the magical playing cards. Because the magical currency in this world are magical cards that each have a magical ability. And what nobody knows about her is that when she was a kid, she absorbed one of those cards into herself, and now she has a monster inside her head, screaming and scratching to be let out and scheming together with her. And so Elspeth joins a group of kind of like rogues in trying to find all of those playing cards to complete the deck in order to free the country of the bad magic. But the issue is that the nightmare inside her head maybe has other plans, and now she has to fight herself. It might be hard to notice because you don't know time, because for you time is just in the video, and for me time has just passed. Because the last time I talked to you was 3 days ago. I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't really matter. But I've been having a rough time. I went into a reading slump, surprise, but because I'm telling myself that I will only be reading books that I own right now, I'm not reading any spicy Kindle Unlimited books. So instead of easily getting out of the slump, I'm just staying in it. And it's so hard because this book is really, really good. And I've been like trying to read about a chapter a day for the past few days. I'm like 70 pages in. And I know that's technically, for a book that I started 2-3 days ago, that's still like a lot. Based on what I read usually and how fast I get through books, that's not a lot. My hope is that throughout the day today, I will be reading in between things. When I do things, I will just be picking up a book and just read, do my best, honestly. That's all I need to do. I just need to do my best. Why am I sitting sideways, by the way? Nobody knows. But yeah. It's not even 11 in the morning, so I'm up, I'm doing things. I have also discovered a new obsession game on my Switch for me, which is this one. It's Graveyard Keepers. You have your own graveyard. It's kind of like Stardew Valley, but with a graveyard. It's the best thing in the world, honestly. Anyway, I've been playing that for like hours. Yeah, that might also be why I'm not reading right now. I'm already 70 pages in, so technically if I just sit down for like an hour and I read, I'm gonna be like 100 pages further into this book. I also have the book on my Kindle right now, so I'm double reading, because when I read at night, I just prefer reading on the Kindle, and I thought that maybe it would help me to read through this book. I'm not sure. I feel like it's very sad that I don't enjoy reading right now. But I'm also hoping that this book can get me out of this mood, because it's really, really good. And it's really, really dark, and it's just different from what I usually read. So I am excited to get further into this and to learn what's happening. So yeah, I will just now be sitting back and enjoying this book, hopefully. I'm sorry, but do I smell some fake dating coming up? I can't. I literally can't. I'm having a blast, and I am so happy that this is the 3rd book, okay? I am just happy. I did it. I finished the book. Okay, I finished the book, but my only concern is now that I don't have the sequel. I might just need to make a quick little order somewhere and get this book for me, because right now I'm kind of suffering because I don't have the second book. Of course, I could get the second book on my Kindle. Sure, that is a possibility. However, I don't want to. How can this book end like that? I'm not sure I will survive. I was expecting it to end in this way, I have to say that, but I wasn't expecting it to be like this and to make me feel this way. However, I can now safely say that this book definitely lived up to the hype. Will it be a 5-star book? Probably not. Probably more like in the range of 4 stars. However, that is still very good. And in my opinion, that still lives up to the hype of the book. So I can say, yes, this is a good book that I really enjoyed, that for me lived up to the hype. Of course, all of these opinions that I just told you about all 3 of those books, they're my opinions. They're not your opinions. If I didn't enjoy a book, you might still enjoy the book. And if you don't enjoy a book, then I can enjoy the book. So overall, very personal opinions, but I had a great time, okay? With at least with this one. The other ones were not my cup of tea, even though I hoped they would be. So I think that's it for today. We had a good run with this one, and honestly, I will see you for the next video that I make. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment if you've read any of these books and if you enjoyed them or not, and subscribe if you don't already. And I will see you for the next video that I make. Bye! Anyway, I will now be putting the book into my reading journal and having lots of thoughts, and I will be ordering the next book in that series because I need it in my life now, like right now. But also that means I can now have breakfast and I can also finish the video in time. Yay! So yeah, bye!